Hi everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel and another paper crafting video tutorial. I'm super excited to share some projects for Christmas gift packaging using the limited edition Simon Says Stamp Holiday 2023 kit. In this kit, you get so much good stuff, and we are going to go ahead and unbox it here before we get started making projects. And I do have 3 different projects, 6 projects total to share. First, you get this awesome unicorn glitter. Everything comes packaged in this bag with a Simon Says Stamp sticker. I'm going to open it up, and right off the bat, these snowman gift bags caught my eye. There's a package of tags, some sticky gift tags, these awesome frames from Tim Holtz. I actually have never seen these before, so I had to open it up and check those out. I didn't use them for today's project, but I will be using those soon. A Cozy Wishes die from Simon Says Stamp. I love that. Some beautiful twine. This is going to come in so handy for gift tags and bags and all that good stuff. Mini envelopes and gift card holders, a brand new stencil set. This makes layered mugs with all of the goodies that go inside, and there's instructions on the back or an example. Some foam, an embossing folder with snowflakes, beautiful Carta pattern paper. I loved this paper. Silver and white glitter cardstock, 3 A2 side fold card pieces. I actually didn't make any cards today, so I'm going to hold on to those. A brand new beautiful stamp set, and 2 sheets of cardstock and 1 sheet of silver matte cardstock. We're going to kind of go easy to not hard, but more involved in today's video. I have all of these fun hot cocoa bombs, I guess is how you want to say that, stir sticks, marshmallow sticks, all kinds of good stuff. And I am going to fill these 2 snowman bags that come in the kit with some goodies. Now, in addition to that, I am going to tuck a Starbucks gift card, or you could put any kind of gift card in one of the little mini envelopes and tuck that down inside as well. Then I am taking 2 of the mini tags that come in the kit. I'm going to prep those with a powder tool, stamp Cozy, Cocoa and Joy. I'm embossing the silver tag with white embossing powder and the craft tag with red, kind of just to match the twine. The tags actually come with some natural colored twine, and I had a little fun playing with those. I like the natural with the craft tag, and then the silver and white with the silver tag. But it really doesn't matter. Super, super fun. And this couldn't be any easier. All I've done is stamped a greeting right on the tag, embossed it, wrapped some twine around the filled snowman gift bag, and I'm tying it shut. So quick and easy. And it has that fun little personalized touch that I absolutely adore, and just couldn't be any cuter. And I'm going to do this for both of these. Now, you could definitely dress it up, make a little more decorative tag, maybe do a more decorative ribbon. There are lots of fun ways to do this. You could fill the snowman with all kinds of things. Maybe you want to do some little gifts inside. I just had all of these, and I thought, wouldn't it be cute to maybe do like a little hot cocoa bag? And it just makes a fun presentation. After this, I'm going to make another set of bags, this time some little muslin bags. Last year, I created some with a snowman stencil set, and I'm going to use the hot cocoa set this year. I've also got some other stamped gift bags on my channel, so definitely check that out if you want more ideas. But you can stencil right on here, and I am using the Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated inks. These are dye inks. I am stenciling right on the bag. I would recommend the bag be fairly flat. This one has a little crease in it. I don't think it's going to mess anything up. But you could iron it before stenciling. You could also put, you know, a piece of cardstock or something in the bag if you're worried about it bleeding through. I am not using enough ink for that to happen for this, but if that's a worry, you could always do that. And I want to mention too, with the nature of either stenciling or stamping on a muslin or any kind of fabric type of bag, you aren't going to have perfect results. You just aren't. And you kind of have to accept that. And I think that's kind of the beauty. You can still get something super cute and fun. It just may not be that perfection. Now, the only thing I wasn't really able to achieve, and I think it would be the same if you were using a white piece of cardstock, is the foam on the coffee mugs, like the whipped topping, I guess I should say, or the marshmallows. I did have one trial muslin bag that I did not like, where you can see the white still left on here. I did try to use a white pigment ink. It just does not show up. So instead, I decided to just tint it, kind of go around the edges with the blue, and I loved how it turned out. I'm going to do that for the marshmallows as well. No big deal. You still get that illusion. It still looks like a coffee mug with whipped topping and marshmallows. We've got our cinnamon stick. I did forget to stencil the steam coming off the coffee mug. I will do that in a little bit. I just used whatever was left on my brown blending brush to achieve that. And then I personally have found, after trying several different ways, I like stamping on my muslin bags with an acrylic block. I feel that it just is a lot easier. So I stamped Cozy Wishes right there across my bag. I love it. On the little, not all muslin bags come with this, but these bags actually did. And I will link to these. I picked mine up at Amazon. As long as I can still find them, I'll link to them down in the description. But I stamped a little snowflake from the stamp set with white pigment ink on that craft tag. And then I filled the bag with these fun marshmallows. I will also tuck a gift card in there, or probably some packets of hot cocoa, actually. I was out. I didn't have any, but I like to kind of do the hot cocoa and all of that inside. It makes for such a fun presentation. Now I'm going to go back and do the red color combination now, but I'm going to do the green for the whipped topping. I'm using green because I'm decorating my mug with a green tree. And again, I just can't emphasize enough, embrace that imperfection because the end result is beautiful. Now these take a little more time than the snowman bag, but not very much. You would be shocked at how many you could stencil or stamp so quickly if you want to do that. And of course, I wanted to use the stencil set for this. These would be darling if you did a bunch of these with like the marshmallows and packets of hot cocoa. And maybe even like a little gift card, set them out on your front porch for your delivery drivers, your mail delivery person. I think that would be so super sweet, just to have like a little tin sitting out and say, you know, please take one. I think that's actually what I'm going to do, is I'm going to make a few more of these and hand them out. I have kind of a few of these things set up. Just a little thank you during the holiday season. I'll probably tuck some bottled waters maybe in there outside too, just as a little thank you, a holiday thank you to the delivery people who frequent my house. Okay, so there's the little steam. I did go back and add that to the blue mug. I just kind of had to take everything out to do that, of course, but I love it. And again, just a different colorway. Everything is exactly the same. I love doing these little customized gift bags. So much cuter than just a little plain one. And it doesn't take much. Okay, it is time to make some shaker ornaments. These were inspired by an ornament I did 1 or 2 years ago. I can't remember now. I am using the same thin circle frames from Simon Says Stamp here, and I am linking up in the upper right corner of the screen to that other previous video if you want to see another version kind of like this. But I want to make these ornaments. So I don't have an ornament die in the right size. So I actually die cut the pattern paper that comes in the kit, the silver matte cardstock. I did have to pull some Simon Says Stamp acetate from my stash. I've pre-die cut everything basically. And then I did take another die set, the ornament options from Simon Says Stamp, to die cut the top of the tag, which you'll see when I put them all together in a little bit. But the twine, the cardstock, the pattern paper, and the stamp set are all from the kit, and also the Cozy Wishes die that I used to die cut the glitter cardstock that I'll be putting on the large ornament. Now, I wanted to make ornaments. They could be gift tags, and I was definitely influenced with my color choices by the pattern paper in the kit. It's all in these beautiful shades of blue. They couldn't be any more beautiful. These little snowflake tags are so cute. The snowman set is absolutely adorable. Oh, and even the shaker material, I forgot to say that. The white cardstock I'm coloring on, and the shaker material, the unicorn glitter that is the shaker inside, which by the way works perfect. Who knew? I want to use it for all my shakers, my snowy shakers now. But shakers are always a good hit. I did stamp my images on the Neenah 80-pound cardstock included in the kit using Hero Arts Intensified Black ink. It's a great ink for alcohol ink coloring. I am using Olo markers. The colors I'm using are listed down in the description below the video here on YouTube, as well as over on my blog. I'm adding detailing with a white jelly roll pen. I will use a black jelly roll pen when I'm completely done die cutting, although I could have done it earlier, but I'll explain that in a minute. I will also use a Stardust glitter jelly roll pen to give a little sparkle to my snowman as well. But I pulled my colors. You can see my little swatch of colors down the side directly from the pattern papers. And I cannot stress enough how much I love this pattern paper. First of all, I'm a big fan of small patterns. I'm a big fan of tone-on-tone patterns, and I love blue. So this kind of has everything that I like. And the reason my ornaments are going to be different sizes is because my snowmen are different sizes. So the smaller ornament is going to fit my smaller, squattier snowman. The larger ornament, I decided because he's tall, I needed a big one anyway, but that allows me a little more room to add the little mouse. I probably could have even added something else to the smaller one, but he's just a little bit more simplistic, I guess I would say. Now, no dies come with your kit. They are an additional add-on purchase if you want. I did not have them at the time of filming, so I did use the scan and cut. I will link my scan and cut video up there in the top corner of the screen for, you know, to make it easy if you want to see how to use your scan and cut. I use mine for the very basic of features, meaning it scans and it cuts. You do have to kind of be a little tricky with these because it has all those open lines down at the bottom. I had to use a pencil to draw some lines in so it would cut semi-correctly, if you will. It's not perfect, I guess is what I'm saying. But if you're willing to work with it, you can get pretty good results. Now, I love a little pop of red. Most everything on these is blue. I did a little outline in blue around my snowmen. I'm doing blue accessories for their fun little hats and scarves and earmuffs. But the little mouse hat and the mugs are all a beautiful red. Then we've got the orange noses, but those pops of red just make me so happy here, and they look so great against all of these blue backgrounds. Each tag took 3 pieces of pattern paper. Now, it wouldn't have to. The back does not have to be pattern paper if you don't want it to be. It could be cardstock if you want to save your pattern paper. But I did one color for the inside of the shaker, a plaid that is the outside rim of the ornament shape, and then I did another pattern on the back of each shaker. When I go to put these together here in a minute, you'll see that. But I felt like that, first of all, again, I loved all the pattern paper in the kit, and you can buy extra of that if you want to. I did link to the paper pad at Simon Says Stamp. But what I love is it just coordinated so well, and then it gives you a beautiful presentation because the paper on the back coordinates perfectly. And I kind of played around with the color combinations to get the colors that I liked together. So here are my die cut pieces. You can see they're not perfect. I'm going to have to kind of finagle that a little bit, but it's good enough. That top is also not a perfect ornament top. That's just the top of an ornament shape that I particularly like for these size of ornaments. I die cut 2 of them for each so that I could back them so it looks pretty on both sides, plus it gives it more stability. And then you can kind of see my different pieces here. And I'm just kind of making sure everything is going to go together well. The little holly leaves is a die from that Ornament Options where I got the top piece for each of my ornaments. And this is a good example of making an ornament out of any kind of circle die. If you have circle dies in your stash and you've got some sort of an ornament topper, whether it's a stamp or a die, you can make that into an ornament. I love doing that. It's one of my favorite things to do. I briefly thought I'd use the outline for Cozy Wishes. That's way too much white on that. I don't think it looks good, so we're not going to use that. But from the Ornament Options, I did die cut from the white glitter cardstock included in the kit, the white leaves. I will be using some silver pearls, but that's just a fun little embellishment that we can add up near the top of the ornament. I often like to add like little greenery or little holly leaves or something up there, ribbon, if you will. I didn't add any ribbon here today. I'm just going to do these little paper pieces. So on the back of my frame is where we're going to start, and we're going to glue back to back the ornament hanger. Then I'm going to put glue all over the back of that circle piece, and we're going to place our acetate. Like so. So this is the larger of the 2 ornaments with the dark blue plaid. Now, before that glue dries, I am tucking my snowman on the front of the ornament. You have some options when making a shaker. You can put your elements inside or outside. I often like to put them on the outside and have all the shaking going on back behind, when I don't want the shaker elements to stick to whatever it is. In this case, I really don't want glitter sticking to the cute snowman and mouse images and obscuring them. And so that's really kind of my deciding factor for this. I'm running that little thin bead of glue. This particular die set I use does die cut the little skinny frame, and I did die cut that from that silver matte cardstock. I just think it helps frame it up perfectly. I love it. I love it so much. So I did add that in. But you can see I wanted to tuck part of my snowman down along that bottom edge. It just gives it a more natural look. I have his little arms sticking out over the front. All perfect. I love it. And this way, the only thing in our shaker will be the glitter. I don't have to worry that it sticks to something and it ruins or obscures what all of that coloring we did. I'm going to glue Cozy Wishes down. I'm still trying to use that outline. I was like, no girl, don't do that. It does not look good. So I am going to add my glue, and we're going to try to get this as straight as possible. And it does slightly overlap the snowman, which is totally fine. That's what I want. You could even place this on your card front if you wanted to. And then I'm going to tuck my mouse kind of standing on top of our sentiment. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? He's bringing the marshmallows. Now, he didn't cut perfectly either. And I just like to tell you guys that because I did not use the dies. If you get the dies, they're going to cut a little different than what you see here in my video. Now, I did take a black Jelly Roll pen, add detail to eyes and noses, And I'm going to flip this over. And this is my best hack for doing a foam border on a curved or round edge. Take the backing paper off and you can manipulate your foam. This is the Simon Says Stamp foam around any shape. I am going to be going all the way around my circular ornament just by pulling the backing paper off. I'm trying to keep my fingers off of it as much as possible so that it doesn't lose its stickiness. And then I'm going to put some adhesive, hide it, the foam adhesive, back behind my snowman and mouse and mug. It's just going to give more stability to our shaker. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I love the little bit of stability. And because we're using glitter, it's going to bounce around that foam pretty easily. Now, I haven't taken the backing paper off those pieces yet, but I'm going to try to be careful and not get any on the foam that I've removed the backing from. And I am going to be generous with this unicorn glitter. And even being generous, I had tons left, like over half a jar still. And that's after filling 2 of these. So you get a lot of awesome glitter in this. Once I have that, I am going to take my backing, which was the light blue snowflake back, and we are going to place that right over to secure it. Now, it's fine like that. You could really just leave it with this back. That's really pretty. One of the reasons I do add another piece on the back often is it just feels more secure, especially if this is going to be something that you think you may use, to decorate a tree or to use as decor or even hang on a package. And I really loved how this blue looked. I'm not going to lie. I just like the whole vibe that was going on here. Next, I'm going to glue my little leaves on the top, and then we will put the other one together before we finish both of them with some pearls and some twine. Oh, and don't forget the little dot. Don't forget to dot your eye. There we go. And that will dry clear. So I'm going to set that one aside. Love it. Look at that beautiful, glittery, shakery goodness. We're going to do the same thing for the small one. Now, you could do this with any images that you have. If you want to make some circular paper shaker ornaments, they are so much fun to make. So again, I'm gluing the little ornament topper back to back, right there on the back of the front of the frame. It was really hard to choose paper, by the way. A lot of these papers I liked both sides. We're going to place the acetate down. Before the acetate dries, I am going to grab my snowman because I want to tuck him underneath that edge and glue him down in place. And I'm going to have to do a little trim work too. Like so. Oh, that looks good. Okay. I'm happy with that. Some black jelly roll for his eyes. And then we want to do the same trick as before, where we take our foam, remove the backing paper, and run it around the back of the frame. Don't forget the little silver inlay piece if you happen to use these dies. I love that little extra touch of shine, plus that little extra circular framing up detail. So stinking cute. Oh my gosh, their faces are just precious, aren't they? I'm going to do the same thing to where I put foam adhesive on the back of my snowman. Fill this whole thing with glitter. And yes, he does cover up a lot of the window, but a lot. There is so much room for that glitter to move around. If you want, before you do this step, you could even stamp on the acetate with white StazOn ink if you wanted. I chose not to today. I didn't really feel like it needed it. I wanted to show one with a sentiment and one without. So it's really kind of up to you what you want to do there. And then here is my foam. I like to just put a little bit here. And then we're going to fill this with unicorn glitter too, and place our backing on, cover up the backing. In this case, the backing is not quite as pretty, and I really wanted to use this like, I don't know what you'd call it, smoky blue, that has like little dots, like a little dotted snow all over it. I like the sleds, but that's really busy. I like, you guys, if you followed me, you know I like a good tone on tone. Oh my goodness, I could not love these more. I want to decorate with them. They are so cute. Okay, so once I have those, I'm going to take some silver pearls from Pretty Pink Posh, and we're going to do a little trio. Now, I, again, was influenced by all of my design choices in this video by the pattern paper. For these tags, everything I did was completely influenced by the pattern paper, meaning I didn't want to go with red berries. I went with white glittery leaves, so we're going to do silver berries. There's lots of silver accents. Silver glitter paper, silver matte metallic paper. Even the glitter, I feel like, has that silvery tone to it. So I was very intentional with my choices, and I love it. I've cut about, I think it's about 12 inches of the twine. I'm threading it through and knotting it. You could even add a little gift tag that says to and from if you want to use these as, gift tags that could be used as ornaments or decor later on. So let's take a look at our stenciled muslin gift bags, our snowman bags, and our shaker gift tags. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for the Simon Says Stamp limited edition 2023 holiday kit. This is a limited edition kit, meaning when it's gone, it's gone. Thank you guys. The supplies I used are listed down below. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me today for another paper crafting tutorial. I love being able to share with this incredible community of crafters. I want to give a huge shout out and special thank you to my amazing Patreon members. If you're interested in joining Patreon, please click the link in the description underneath the video here on YouTube. Patreon is a private community where you can support more of what I do. There is exclusive content, information, and behind-the-scenes content. Top-tier members will receive a handmade birthday card during your birthday month, access to D-Stash, and monthly exclusive lives, plus so much more. We would love to have you join our growing community. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new paper crafting video or I go live. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next time.